Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a mere 45 minutes away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport for those of you who want to fly in and take a look at something. Anyway, today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, and I have to confess, in all my years, my favorite C1 Corvette is a 1958, and you go, whoa, why? Well, 58s are really special. Now you're going to want to watch this entire video to see how special it really is, because you will get a walk around, we'll do a cold start, get all the details of this really neat car. As far as I'm concerned, one of the best C1s ever made. Now, you can click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website, giving you all the information on this car and over 100 additional cars we currently have in inventory right now. And remember our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. That's where you can find your dream car, if it's your first old car or your 100th old car. Ellingson Motor Cars probably has it sitting right on our sales floor, and we have cars from the 1920s all the way up into the 2000s and beyond. So odds are, could be right here. Give us a call if you'd like, 763-428-7337, and we're here to answer your questions. Well, let's get back to this really unique car. As far as I'm concerned, first year, of course, the Corvettes went with the dual headlights. That was a big, big deal with all cars in 1958, and it really sets the Corvette off, as far as I'm concerned. Just really gives it a meaner look in the front and really is neat with the grille and whatnot that it has. Plus 1958, you're starting to get more and more performance. You're getting more options. The coolest thing that I think, it's got the louvered hood. Even though it's not a real, it just looks really neat on a Corvette. Plus on the back, it has the two chrome strips that run down the trunk. Only year that they will have that. Now 1958, this particular car has an upgraded 350 LT1 motor. So we've got a little bit more performance under the hood, but it does have the factory 4-speed in it. Boy, talk about a fun ride, going anywhere and oh, I'll tell you what, it just is really, really a hoot to drive and enjoy. The other thing that I always have to point out, and this is one of the things, that does have the wide whites, but now they're radial tires. This car has absolutely brand new tires on it. We just put them on because we wanted to have that look. You want that original look. Plus the radial tires are so much better for handling, so much better road noise. I mean, they're just all the way around, just one of the biggest, vast improvements. Of course, we love the full hubcaps with the spinner, just something that, you really have to make sure you got the right one. And these are the correct hubcaps for 1958. Now, let's take a closer look at the inside of this car. The Chevrolet came up with a much better interior, more modernistic look with the pleating and whatnot. Nice interior all the way around. And again, as I said, a 4-speed. It's got a 160-mile-an-hour speedometer in this car. Talk about going fast. That would have been really fast in 1958. It's really fast today, for that matter. Beautiful interior, nice dash. Does have the AM radio in place. Nice carpet. Black vinyl top goes up, whoop, one person can easily put a convertible top up on a Corvette from this vintage. Just one of those things that you really feel like you're in a sports car when you get into this car now. It just is really that way. And like I said, the 4-speed is just a hoot for me. I just think that makes it fun. Grab bar for that passenger to hold on to when you're going that fast. It is something to consider, to say the least. Dual exhaust coming out the back, nice. Nice thing about these two is they have a nice trunk. I mean, for those of you who are perhaps golfers or whatever, want to go out and throw a couple sets of golf clubs in there, you got some room in the trunk. Wouldn't this be the car to pull up in front of a place? It would be special. Now, I didn't mention earlier, but the paint on this car is Panama Yellow. Really, that's what it's refinished in. One of the rarer colors for 58, and boy, does it just stand out. It is just that color that just, ooh, with those wide whites and those white coves. Again, I love coves. That's really neat, but it's just a really beautiful color on this particular car. No, it's one of those cars that, if you really are looking for something special, man, I can't think of a better C1 in my opinion, of course. Now, you can find every one of our vehicles on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and you have all the information at your fingertips for this car, our other 100+ cars in inventory. And it's kind of an added bonus. It's something fun to look at. some of the cars we've sold over the past several years as well. So if you're an old car lover and you like to just look at old cars, we got some really neat ones out there that we've sold. Hey, this one could be sitting in your garage, needless to say. But yeah, 1958, oh, I was 1 year old. I don't remember these cars, but I guess there were a few of them around. They made less than 10,000 of these, so you just don't see very many of them. And they are really kind of one of those sought after examples because of the special features that it has. You can also, if you're like me, you say, you know, I really like to watch the videos. They're fun, they're entertaining, they give you information, you get a good feel for the car. But if you're like me, I got to come and look at it in person. By all means, we're more than happy to have you come to Ellingson Motor Cars. We are open to the public Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. So for those of you who have to go, yeah, it's a real one. The other thing I always want to make sure is, especially if you haven't been in one of these cars from this era, make sure that you get an opportunity to sit in one prior to purchasing said vehicle. We want to make sure that we're not too tall or whatever that doesn't work. This one, I get in just fine. It's kind of fun for me, even with the 4-speed. You got to have a little bit more room, but this car seems to be just fine for me. So those of you who want to come on down, we're more than happy to have you come. We'll give you all the information and you can touch it, see it, and all that good stuff. Now, I always tell people, if you buy any mark, I don't care if you buy a Corvette or a Mustang or a Studebaker or a Hudson, join the local club or the national club as well. They're really very informative. There are people in there that can help answer any questions you may have. The local clubs are great because you can find Mr. Wrench. You got the guy who probably knows how to wrench on one of these things. My dad taught me stuff back in the 70s, but unfortunately, I don't know how to do it anymore, so I have to rely on people that have a little more knowledge than I do. But, you know, it's a simpler motor. I mean, it is a 4-barrel carburetor, so it's not quite so complicated as a fuel-injected one in this particular case, a little easier. The other thing that we can also assist you with is if, say, you live out of state, say, I want to purchase this car. How can I get it to my home driveway? Well, we have sources and people that can ship cars any place in the world for that matter. And I have sold a number of these old Corvettes over in Europe, and you name it, we've sold cars everywhere. So we can assist you with that. The other thing, a lot of times if your local bank doesn't understand what collector car market is or whatever, we have several sources that you can also use for getting financing on some of these cars that you really have that affinity that you want. And they have different interest rates, different amounts you put down, different terms, all kinds of stuff. Again, we're kind of that one-stop shop. Give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we will do our very best to help you. Nope, I am just enamored with 1958. That was just such a great year. Love the dual headlights and the louvered hood and the chrome strips. You know, this car just has an incredible look all the way around. So if you're looking for your first Corvette, first or maybe your 100th, this would be a great addition for anybody's collection, needless to say. So give us a call, 763-428-7337. Or come and visit us in person. We'd love to see you here. Well, thank you again for visiting Ellingson Motor Cars. I enjoy doing these videos and hope you enjoy them as much as I do doing them. See you next time at ellingsonmotorcars.com.